Hey guys, I'm just an okay guy, and today we're going to be getting into a build video that shows off all the new meta builds. All three of the builds are pretty similar in damage, with Ebony being the worst and Gore being the best, at least in a perfect scenario.
Each one of these builds is going to have the group bonus of Lord Soul, and then the sub bonus of either Ebony, Rath, or Gore, with 3 different variations in the build. All 3 of them do just about the same damage, with the Gore build pulling out on top just a little bit. The God Talisman is either going to be a Crit Eye 3 or Attack Boost 3, Weakness Exploit 1. Any Weakness Exploit level 1 Talisman would work, and then you want to roll for Attack Focused, and then 4 attack, 1 sharpness would still be the God reinforcements. For the first build, we have the Ebony, which has 2-piece Laggy, 2-piece Ebony, and Lord Soul. The build has a max affinity of 90 after the negative 10 from the reinforcements. The reason why this build doesn't outperform the others is due to the Vive and Step Fury only having about a 40% uptime. For build 2, we're looking at Rathian's build. Scorcher just got a really big buff, and right now it's outperforming Burst Boost, and honestly everything else. It looks like Scorcher's gonna be a meta skill, and it's here to stay. Scorcher procs about every YYBB combo, so it's about an extra 30 damage per YYBB combo, which is just better than Burst Boost. The total affinity on the build equals out to 92. Again, we're supplementing with Crit Eye on this build just because Laggy's uptime is pretty bad. For the final build, we have Gore. It just beats out the other 2 builds just because of the uptime on Gore Frenzy. Total affinity of this build is 90 with way better uptime than the other 2 builds, which is why it outperforms. I wanted to point out that the second build, the Rathian build, will outperform the core build only with about a 50% uptime on Counter-Strike. Well, thanks for watching and happy hunting.